The fluency trap. An AI sales development agent sends a perfectly grammatical email that references a recent APC expansion the company never made. A second arrives, wrong CRM. A third, a phantom Series B raise, asserted as fact. Initial response rates are up 50%. Qualified conversions collapse from 25 to 15%. The brand has just burned 1,000 bridges eloquently. The market mistook fluency for value. It is not. As generation costs fall to zero, the cost of being wrong rises in lockstep. Spammers now write grammatically perfect, tonally persuasive falsehoods at 1,000 contacts per agent per day, and Gmail's RevOps filter notices. The differentiator in 2026 is no longer the ability to write well. It is the ability to write truthfully and to prove it. The wrapper trap is architectural. A single megaprompt instructs a generic foundation model to research, write, and decide in one shot. There is no verification node. There is no state. The softmax function inside the transformer must allocate probability somewhere. So when asked about a company it has no data on, the model invents fluent texture. Vector REG is a partial fix. It retrieves the closest chunks, but vector similarity is a poor proxy for relevance. A query for Apple Risk returns a 2015 article about innovation and misses the actual 2024 EU regulatory risk. The wrapper does not think. It predicts the next plausible word. The fact-checked research agent architecture replaces the single agent with a triad. 3 roles, 3 contracts, 1 cyclic state machine. The hunter ingests. It uses the SEC Edgar application programming interface to retrieve the prospect's most recent 10K, isolates item 1A, the risk factors section that public companies are legally required to disclose, and stores each extracted risk with a direct citation. Source document, item, paragraph. The hunter is forbidden from creative writing. The scribe drafts. It receives only the verified fact sheet and only the verified fact sheet. It is constrained, quote, do not add any external facts, use only the provided research notes, end quote. The critic verifies. It compares each claim in the draft against the hunter's notes. If a claim, say, you grew revenue 20%, does not appear in the source, the critic flags hallucination and rejects the draft. The orchestration layer is LangGraph, not Crew AI. Crew AI hides state in a conversation history. LangGraph models the workflow as an explicit graph. Nodes are agents, edges are decisions. The state schema is persistent. The conditional edge after the critic is the safety gate. If the compliance score exceeds 0.95, the email sends. Below that threshold, it loops back to the scribe. After 3 failed loops, it escalates to a human reviewer. No email is ever sent unless that gate explicitly opens. The architecture trades a marginal increase in compute cost for a categorical reduction in risk. 3 measurable consequences. First, deliverability. Gmail's 2025 spam defenses, including the RevOps text vectorizer, weight engagement signals heavily. Spray and pray AI campaigns burn domain reputation in days, and the damage is shared with the company's transactional email, invoices, password resets sent from the same domain. Fact-checked emails earn opens and replies. High engagement protects the domain. Second, legal exposure. Under the doctrine of apparent authority, an AI agent's promise of, quote, guaranteed 100% uptime or full refund, end quote, can bind the company to the contract. A hallucinated FedRAMP claim can trigger federal investigation for deceptive trade practices. The critic node gates these outputs before they leave the building. Third, the data advantage. The 10K is the prospect's legal confession of vulnerability. Item 1 is filed under federal disclosure rules. An email that quotes the prospect's own 10K. I read in your latest filing that legacy infrastructure resilience is a top priority, is not a hallucination. It is a verified fact, cited from the prospect's own legal filings. The choice is no longer a technical detail. It is a strategic stance toward revenue risk. The wrapper bets that hallucinations are rare and harmless. They are neither. They are mathematical features of probabilistic generation, and they accumulate across 10,000 contacts a day until the brand is silently blacklisted by decision makers and the domain is burned by Gmail. The engine bets the opposite. It accepts the audit cost. It gates every send through a compliance score. It escalates to a human when uncertain. It logs every decision for post-incident review. It sends fewer emails. It earns more replies. As the brief puts it, in the age of artificial intelligence, the ultimate luxury is truth. This is the argument. This is the architecture. This is the engineering blueprint that lets revenue leaders deploy autonomous sales agents without burning the brand. We built it for the next generation of go-to-market. Read the brief.